Hey there. I have your healing for the collective for today. I do this once a week, unless I'm on vacation, which happens. And I send out energy and healing for the collective. I ask on my Facebook page for those who might be interested in receiving it to make a comment. And yeah, so I create the intention. Oh my gosh, my mind is still scattered from sending the energy. I create the intention that anyone who has asked for it or sees this video receives the healing. So my request, if you are just watching this and you had nothing, you didn't know anything about it, is to take some time and to actually sit and allow yourself to receive the intended energy that was sent your way. And even if you did specifically ask for it, give yourself some time to do that as well. So, sat down, created the intention for the healing, and I heard rhodonite. So rhodonite is a crystal. If you've been around me, you know I love my crystals. Rhodonite is a crystal that is for the heart chakra, and it's also a crystal that helps with grief. So I was like, well, that's what we're working on today, is grief. And so if you are watching this, my guess is that you probably have some type of grief in your life. Now, grief, we often think about it because I talk about it a lot in my writings about caregiving for my husband, Walter, who died of cancer, okay, and is with me in the spirit realm. Boy, is he with me. And that's the most commonly thought of type of grief, but there is so many different types of grief, right? There's the grief of a loss of a job, grief when a child goes off to college, an empty nest, breakup of a relationship. It can be a car that gets, you get in an accident and you have a car that you've loved, right? So grief can be so broad. So when I say grief, I want you to tap into, like, where is the grief that you're currently experiencing? Because what happened as I was doing the healing was my mouth started watering. I don't know if this ever happens to you. I rarely get physically ill, like throw up. We'll just call it what it is. But when I am going to, my mouth fills with water. And that's what was happening. And I wasn't sick to my stomach. It wasn't as if I had something to regurgitate, but it was that my mouth was filling up. And I also started coughing. So what that says to me is that we were working with the throat chakra and the need for you to speak about whatever grief it is that you are holding on to, or you need to process. It's not even that you're holding on to, it's a need to process it. And we live in a society that doesn't really like us to process grief. We want everything to be okay, and we want to give words of platitude and, make everything nice. And the reality is grief is freaking messy. And so there's a need for you to speak your grief, whether you speak it to a friend, you speak it out loud, you speak it in a car as you're driving along, you write it out in a journal, you speak it into an audio or a video. There's a need for you to release through vocal your grief. I also just heard watching, we have those songs that make us cry when we listen to them. We have those movies that make us cry when not that they make, but they connect us to those tears, right? They connect us to the emoting. And so for some of you, that might be what there is to do, is to connect in some way to vocalizing the crying of the grief. So that's what today's healing was about. So rhodonite, 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 is a great crystal for those of you who might be dealing with heart grief. And so let me bring in some light language to help you with the grief. And everybody carries their grief in different places. So do a body scan and see where you might be holding on to your grief. And if this is your first time scanning your body for something like that, what you're looking for is areas that feel tight or dense, or as if they don't have the fluidity that the rest of your body has. So it may show up as stiff muscles. It may show up as like kinks or joints that are achy. All right. So for those who are more in tune with your body, you just might feel the density, but not everybody does. And that's okay. You don't need to. So trust that the light language will go where it needs to go. Know that if this is your first time hearing it, it's going to sound like I'm speaking in tongue or speaking a foreign language. What I'm doing is connecting to my higher soul and other beings and allowing that message to come through and speak to your higher soul. So it's not going to be something that you will understand on the English, because it's not English. I may get translation and I may not, and you may get translation. And I always love to hear comments below the video of what you heard, what you got, or if you're not comfortable being public about it, send me a private message. All right, that's that. It's calling the light language healing. Take some deep breaths. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. Do that a few times. In through the nose, hold, out through the mouth. Gorastia ka inkaratoro hon torkia ba I se out and do laha inkarata ikarshakoto se ayente kiekerata lahaya ka se iya and da ayela da sa koyon pota tajia loho shika inkarata isoson. The grief you're carrying around is weighing you down. Yaha lakaya ahasaka iso sho dorasi anta interete atarasi o shampo yakakaratia lahaya darasi ahase se ayande ikerete ahasaka hiandarasa se o shumpoyanta aterata inkarata lahandara sokotor. You no longer need to carry it. You can release it. You will feel lighter. It is not comfortable to release it, but it is the way to joy. Yaha se kekerata laha se kekerata lahon todo shikatoro shi inti baya se lahayan kekaratia andarasa se aterese ata andere andarasa kekurato. If you don't want others to see you cry, do it in a private place, but good Lord, cry, let it out, release it, be gone. Nyara hein karati insha atara si aki kerati oshun potia charity ahai kerati lara ki andara sa serete inka inkarata oloho chochocheya hinka. Then get yourself out into nature, ground yourself, put your feet on the ground, allow your chest to open to the sun and allow it to pour in to give you heat, to help that with that radiation of the rays of the sunshine, of the joy, of the clarity, of the cleansing. Yahan daraki karata eserochoto tochiyapati ayahan daraki kaya tatashakate olohondoro shiampoyate intereshoto shiampaki kirato. If you have running water near you and you have a place where you can go put your hands in the stream or the creek or the river, go ahead and do that. Allow it to wash away what it needs to wash away. Inkarata ishopoya inkarata ilahan darasi eseroto soyotoro shompoya kia karati. Or roll in the grass, because rolling in the grass is really good for you to do. Ayaha sakakarata laha yikirato shoktoro shomboyati bayandarasa ikakirate alhandarasa kolyobotera shikatirisi. Hocha ba in sakakiandarasi saidate ahayankarata larasi sirasi andarasi sayaka kiratia tarasa in sirati asharata tachia tarasa inkarata and lahandarasi ahinkara. And remember that you are being rocked in the arms of love. Well, they wanted that translated today. What was interesting is as I started, I was drawn to again hold the rhodonite, and I felt as though it was actually the energy of the crystal speaking today. So I just kept getting those messages, seeing the video. I mean, I don't know if you caught the laughing, but I was seeing the rolling in the grass. So yeah, go express your grief. However it is that you express it, you were given a variety of ideas on how to express and ground and help with the cleansing and the clearing of yourself. And by the way, if you are a caretaker, and I know many of you are, I recommend that you sign up for my caretaking complimentary Zoom that I do once a month. It's the first Thursday of the month, and it's from 7 p.m. to 7:45 Eastern Standard Time, and you'll receive a group healing and any messages and a support document afterwards. Lots of good stuff. All right, if you need the link for that, send me a message. I think it's on my website, but you know what? There's just so much coming in lately that I don't know. So send me a message if you don't find it. All right, take care.